Hey everyone, I've got quite a big video for you guys today. We are going through all of the mods and texture packs and things like that that we have on this profile. I get a lot of questions about this on my streams or on videos and things like that, so I thought I'd make one video so you guys can see what mods, what texture packs I use, and yeah, you guys can just sort of go through, copy it and stuff like that. Now, if you don't care about anything specific and you just want to download everything, I'm going to leave all my config files and new texture packs in my Discord. I update it about once every month or couple weeks. Pretty much when I make a major update to the profile, I will put all the config files and texture packs in the Discord, so you guys can straight away download it. You don't even need this video. Just go there, download it. You'll look exactly the same as how I look here. But for those who have some of the mods and want to use some of the things that I have, here are the mods, and let's just get straight into doing it. The first thing you need to do is hit that subscribe button. It is greatly appreciated. Make sure you like the video if you do enjoy this kind of content as well. And yeah, let's get into this. I'm going to go in alphabetical order here. The first mod that we use is called Apec. The command is APEC in chat, /APEC, and you'll bring up this section here. Now in the top left, you'll have a customized GUI. That's where you can move things all around. And Apec is also the mod that brings this back bar along the top. The information bar will change. Normally, Hypixel Skyblock looks like this. With Apec, it makes it look like this. So clicking Apec, these are all the things I have here. Now I'm going to leave all these screens on for a couple seconds so that you guys can see and basically just copy the red and green things here. Now, I don't know everything about every mod. A lot of people in chat when I'm streaming help me a lot. They go, oh, by the way, turn this off and turn this on here, because a lot of mods do the same things. Some mods are just better at it. So this is as far left as you can go on the mod folder, and we're going to go right here, and these are all the ones I have on currently. Some things like inventory traffic are like the things that pop up when I drop something or get something new. They're really, really cool. One more to the right, info bar on top. This is typically when you turn on Apec, the info bar will be on the bottom. Clicking this will bring it up to the top. I kind of like it on top. It's better. Bottom bar animation. There's a few things here that are pretty good, and then debug messages are off. And those are all the things I have for Apec. The next one I have is chat triggers. So doing /CT space settings will bring up the mod folder for this. And it'll basically, you just have pretty much everything on. I don't have open console on error. Use custom console theme, but yeah, basically everything is on with that. Now I'm going to be completely honest, when it comes to some of these mods, I'm not 100% sure. It's just people say I'll do this or do that. Chat triggers I know I use for a dungeons map and things like that, so you'll do like /CT space import. If having chat triggers, you could just do /CT and it displays all this stuff here, which is going to help you a little bit with the mod itself. Again, I'm not fully knowledgeable with it. I just have it because I'll need it at times, and it's pretty good. The next one I have is Dulkir, DULKIR, and the command for that is DULKIR. Or if you have a 100% keyboard, I can press the right shift and it brings this up. Dulkir itself seems to be a little bit of a mod hub. I can click here and click on mods, and it brings up all the other mods that I have here, which is pretty good. But I'll be completely honest, I never really use it for that. The main thing I use it for is the animations. Now the animations is basically when I'm here, you can see how my Devon's drill here is relatively small. My sword is small or anything like that. This is what I use to change the look, height, and mining speed, hit speed, stuff like that of those things. Animations is what I use. These are what they are all set to right now, so you can just go through and copy all of these as you can see them on screen. Pause the video, take a screenshot, whatever you need to do. We got fixes here, presets, things like that. Again, if you want to just download the config files so you don't have to do all this stuff, they'll all be in my Discord. I'll quickly go through the rest of these things. I'm not too sure if I've changed anything. Most things should be pretty much as they are on default as you download the thing. So these are the animations, bridge, bestiary. I pretty much don't have anything on because I use other mods for a lot of stuff. Farming, Skyhanni is the best farming thing. HUD, there you go, that's it. So on preferences, I have enabled behavior, animations. Here's what I have. That is Dulkir. That is a very good mod. I use it quite a lot, and it's cool to have really small tools. I think that's quite fun. The next one I have is dungeon rooms, which I cannot open here. I have to be in a dungeon room, unfortunately. I can't even open in the dungeons hub. And yeah, I'm not going into dungeons. I'm just not. No, thank you. Do you know what? I'll go into an entrance here. Look, see the things you're making me do, guys. Can you please stop? So if I'm in the dungeon and I press P, can you please leave me alone? I'm trying to make a video. If I'm in a dungeon and I press P, this is what comes up here. I don't know if I have to be in a dungeon for this stuff, but this is basically like waypoints and things like that. As you can see, it shows you where entrance ladders are, chests, things like that. Dungeon rooms is really helpful for that kind of stuff. While we're doing dungeon rooms, I know we said we're going to be doing like all in alphabetical order. I also have water solver, which is really good for dungeons. You don't do anything for that, you just add it as a mod, and yeah, it's pretty good. It helps me do the water solver puzzle a little bit easier. I don't know why, I just really don't enjoy dungeons. So yeah, these are all the settings. Pretty much everything is off on apart from practice mode. If I press O, would you like to view secrets for... I think O is pretty much just the secrets. I'm not actually too sure, and I don't want to mess around with it too much. But that is the dungeons rooms, and that is how, yeah, that looks. So, cool. Awesome. 6 dragon fragments, I'll take it. The next mod I use is Essentials. Now, Essentials isn't necessarily like a command-based mod. It's a mod that will have, like, outfits and skins and things like that, which are really, really fun. I can do emotes and things like that, which are really, really fun and cool to do. You'll see it sometimes in my TikToks or my short form videos, like people do emotes, and it's quite funny. And it'll bring up other stuff, like if I press the escape button, things like inviting people, my socials, pictures, Minecraft mod. It just like it's a really big quality of life mod, making it easier to get to certain places. I genuinely think it's quite an important mod. It kind of goes under the radar because once you have it and you're used to it. But it's one of those mods that I would definitely realize if I didn't have it. It's really, really good. There's no setup to it or anything like that. It just really is a quality of life mod. It will add extra buttons in and things like that. Next one I have is Optifine. I'm sure everyone's heard of Optifine. It's pretty much makes the game run a bit better. You can have shaders, you can zoom in, there's a few other things. As far as I'm aware, video settings, there's loads of things. It just gives you a lot more control over the game and how it works. I have most things off just to have the game run a lot more consistently. Typically when I'm playing, I'm streaming, and when I'm streaming I need as many frames as I can get. I have multiple programs open: OBS, TikTok Studio, the game itself, Discord, sometimes a browser window or whatever it may be, so I need as many frames as possible. So most settings are off for me, and I try and make it performance based as much as possible. So I can go through these settings for you and quickly just like pause the video where you want to, if you want to see anything. But pretty much most things are off just because I want it to run as easy as possible. Now while we're here, we're going to go through the resource packs because that is sort of Optifine based too. Now I've just started switching up my resource packs because I want more FPS, as I was just saying, and I've been using defrosted. I've been using Prism light blue. Because obviously light blue is pretty much what we do here, and these two packs are really, really good for FPS. They boost your FPS like crazy. Then they ain't got anything special on them, and they're cool packs. They are actually pretty good. You get used to them pretty quickly. I've switched from a First Sky Reborn full to just the overlay, which is going to just help basically with saving frames and things like that. I have Skyblock Overhaul for some of the tools and things like that to make them look kind of cool, and then this is the gemstone texture pack I use here. Again, all of these packs will be listed in the Discord. You can have one, none, as many as you want, your own packs, things like that, but all of these packs are going to be listed in the Discord for you guys to download if you want. And if you find it's too laggy, take off the First Sky overlay, and then just the other two should be fine for your faces. Now the next one I have is Patcher, the mod itself. Now you can get this through SkyTeals and a few other mods anyway, but I've just had it for ages and not really got rid of it. So /Patcher is the way to do it, and it's got things like bug fixes, keep shaders on perspective change, layers in tab, player void rendering. The main thing I think I use Patcher for is the 1.12 farm selection boxes. It just makes it easier to farm with it. Now, as I said, this is already built into other mods, so you don't necessarily need this, but I've had it. I'd have no need to get rid of it, so it is just there. I will slowly scroll down here just so you guys can see, and you guys can pause the video at any moment. if you want to completely copy things. Again, all these configs will be in the Discord, so you guys will be able to see that anyway. Okay, and that is Patcher. Let me just quickly chime in and also say I don't have the perfect settings here. If you know a lot about mods or anything like that, you've probably found a lot of settings that I have that I probably don't even need on. I'm just going through day by day and going, why is this happening, and then figuring out what is happening, and then maybe turn a specific part of a specific mod on or off to help that moment in time. Yes, I've been playing this for quite some time, but I haven't got the perfect concoction of mods set up yet. A lot of mods do similar things, so it's just finding the best way for things to work. If you know a little bit yourself, you probably even found issues with my mod setups and gone, bro, you don't need this on because you already have this here, which helps. So take all this stuff with a little bit of a grain of salt. This stuff works for me. I don't find I have too many issues, and people ask me my mod setup stuff anyway, so we're going through that stuff for you guys today, and that's where we are. The next mod we have is Scrollable Tooltips. Very, very easy. Basically, with all the information you get on when hovering over an item, some items, for example, the Divan's drill, you can't see all of it. It gets cut off. Scrollable Tooltips, with the scroll of my mouse wheel, I can now scroll all the way through and see all of the drill and all of the stuff on there. This is pretty much one of the first mods I got, and kind of insane to me that I haven't looked back since, and I kind of almost programmed in my brain that this was something in Hypixel. If I went into Hypixel with no mods, that is something I would genuinely notice quite early on. One of the newer additions to the mod stuff is SBA. Command is SBA. Skyblock Addons. Now, a lot of people don't actually like this mod. Now, I've not really found anything too bad about it. I don't have it for a lot. The main thing I actually have it for is the stacking enchant progress. I love looking at the Fortune IV or Pristine 5 and seeing it glow in that RGB. That's genuinely the reason I got it. I saw someone with it and I was like, hey, I want that. That's pretty much all I use it for. It has a bunch of other things, and I've gone through and just sort of kept what I want. Like changing Zealot color was pretty good. It kind of made them easier to find. Not that it's too bad. Compact the tab list, so when I'm holding tab, it kind of compacts everything and makes it a little bit easier to see. I kind of like it. It looks quite cool. Moving on to the next page, there's nothing here that I have on, but again, if you guys want any of this stuff on, just click it, see what it does. If you don't like it, turn it back off. That's simply as easy as it gets. Nothing of this is on here. High true defense doesn't do it because my mana bar and number and all that stuff is done through Apec, so that's where that is there. We have show reforge overlay and then show stacking enchant progress there. We have use new chroma effect. That is the effect that it gives when showing the thing, and that's it. That's genuinely all we use things for. Now, most mods will have their own like little area where you can move things around. So like, for example, if I go back to Apec and like customize GUI, you'll see everything in that mod that you can move around. So you don't even have to have it in the same place as me. You can move things wherever you want them. You can have it all in the middle if you want. It's completely up to you. So find a place that works. I sort of fit things in around the stream, my face cam, things like that. So yeah, there we go. Completely forgot to go specifically in order, but the next mod we have is quite a big one. It's called NEU. NEU is pretty much the essential mod for Hypixel Skyblock. /NEU is the command. Bringing this up, we'll have all this stuff. Okay, behold, stuff. NEU is also the command that does /PV, so you can check yourself and like see where you are in the game and things like that, and it shows your net worth and your dungeons and your profile stats and so many things. You can also type in other people's names to bring up their profiles and stuff as well, which is pretty cool. And if you look at me here, net worth 5 billion. GG's. But in terms of the NEU stuff, you have this stuff here. I'm gonna go through everything, scroll down, and just show you guys what's on pretty much. NEU's not had an update in a little bit, so it's kind of got a few issues, especially with things like mining and stuff like that, but it's still relatively good for most things. So yeah, just go down, pause the video, put everything you want on. There we go. GUI locations pretty much is just where we have the locations of things and stuff like that, so it'll go through and tell you, like, you can tell it where you want stuff, right? My scale is always on normal just because you only have 3 NEU sizes, and large is way too big and tiny is obviously tiny. Notifications. I'm gonna turn RAM warning off just because I put a lot of RAM into the game. I don't need that warning. Item list. Toolbar. Search bar is all on. Inventory buttons is probably one of the main things I use for this. Any of these things here, these are inventory buttons. Normally you have just these square under here. Any of these things here are inventory buttons. So essentially what these do is they'll warp me to these areas, to the campsite, to the nucleus if it wants to work, to the garden. I have all my warp areas here. I have slash trades, which is really good for me because I'm an Iron Man. I have visit portal for cakes or anything like that. I have a party warp if I'm in a party, hot M, my CF, recipe book, slash desk when I'm in the garden. I have my sacks, I have my fishing bag, and I have the personal bank account. I'm gonna put all my coins in there because this is a I have no cooldown on this, so I can access my bank everywhere. So if I open my buttons, this is what it looks like, and basically you just have all the stuff here. You click, you type the command you want, you put the icon in, and that's pretty much it. It's really, really good. All these here are icons too, so you have storage, wardrobe, accessories, and pets. Pretty good. Slot locking is good. You just type L and it locks something in the slot, so you don't get rid of it, drop it, throw it off a cliff, anything like that. It's really good. Tooltip, this is pretty much what it will show you, like the prices of things. This is a lot of people ask about this stuff. This is what it is. It shows you the price of stuff and things like that. RNG meters, garden visitors, they're all on. Most things are pretty much on this. Tree cap overlay, builders wand overlay, block zapper overlay, smooth, AOTE, VL, hype. I like the smooth thing, it looks pretty good. Ether warp, minion crystal radius overlay, farming overlays, custom with a cloak, these things here, skill overlays, farming. This is what I have so far. You can add more and everything like that you need. I just have this the level and my cultivating. I use Skyhanni for the farming overflow level anyway, because I'm getting to certain levels in the game. When I hit like level 60 or max level, it won't go up any higher obviously on this, but Skyhanni has an overflow feature which I'll go through with you in a minute. Mining, again, you can add more to this if need be, but this is just what I have. Fishing, pretty much just have the level on this stuff because I don't want any more information from this. And then combat as well. To-do list, I basically have this so it's on my my tab, so I don't have it on my screen, I only have it when it shows tab, and then it just has my daily stuff to do as daily stuff. So you can have like only show if soon, but only when ready is when I have it, and then if it's on tab it's only going to show up then anyway. And then colors, green, red, aqua blue, dark blue, white. Slayer overlay, I don't have it on, so you don't really need that, but you can if you want. I use other mods for that. Storage GUI is quite an important one. This is what allows you to have like all your storage in one place. It's really, really good. Here, this is like the storage GUI, so you have it all here in one place, and it's pretty cool. If you're using a custom texture pack like me, you can put the style to custom, and it will use that texture pack if it has one built into it. Those are all the settings. Inventory backpacks, those are all the settings as well. Dungeons, dungeon map, dungeon profit, win overlay, block overlay. There you go. Enchanting GUI, there you go. This option is currently not available. Nice. And solvers, which is pretty good, for like the super pairs and things like that as well. Mining, most of this I've turned off now just because NE hasn't really updated it really, and it's kind of a bit not great, but some of them are good. So there's all my waypoints. Drill fuel bar, dwarven overlay. I don't have this on, but I used to have it for the powder and stuff like that, so now I have to check. It's kind of broken recently. It doesn't work. It's kind of annoying because I use that a lot. Detector solver, which is pretty good. Crystal hollows overlay, I'll show you everything that you have, like have you got the amber crystal, jade crystal, electron transmitter, stuff like that. Wishing compass, powder grinding tracker, don't have it on. Custom textures, don't have them on. Fishing, I don't have any of this on really, unless it's like base, like regular stuff. As you download the mod, it's already on. Particles are on. Bloodline colors, fishing timer is off. Trophy reward are on. Garden, there you go. Pretty simple, pretty easy. Enable Skyblock menus. Equipment HUD style transparent. Pretty good. Normally you can have this like, if I have FSR, it has it as my like as the FSR. It's just this extra HUD on here. Normally you don't get that in the game, but I have it whatever my my main texture pack is, just to give it a little bit of something. But yeah, if you have a texture pack that has the equipment HUD on it, use it. It will make it all look clean and pretty good. Calendar, trade menu, pet overlay is pretty good. I do have a mod called SPE, Skyblock Extras, which I use for pet overlay, but this pet overlay is equally decent. As you can see, it's in the bottom right corner. Gives you loads of information about it. This is my it's hard to see here, you'll see it in a bit, but it gives you enough information. It's still relatively good. It's a little bit slow with updating, but it's still relatively good. These are everything I have on them. World render, auction house tweaks, bazaar tweaks, price graph. There's everything there. I think most of this stuff is just the same as you get it. Wardrobe keybinds, I don't really use these, to be honest. Accessory bag museums on. Museum, I don't have show museum items. PV, this is profile viewer. Basically it just you can customize what you want to see on the page layouts. I pretty much have it base as you get it. API and IQ test are exactly the same. There's a lot of stuff that NU does, and it's really good, and I use it for a lot as well. Now, as I was saying earlier, Skyblock Extras, or SPE, is a mod that I've used a lot. Now, this is the only mod here that is paid. I had to pay, I think it was around $5 for this mod, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. I do enjoy it. I think it's really good. The main things I use it for are the pets, because I love the pet overlay for it, and like the circle will go round as well, and the wardrobe function. The wardrobe function is really good. We're going to go through all the things here, as you can see. So you can edit the GUI. I also use it for like Crystal Hollows map, and things like that as well. Dungeons map, I think, is on there. I'm not too sure. So you can like make all elements default, make all elements shadowed. GUI display, it basically just turns it on and off. It also tells you how long you've got on a cookie. Edit menu theme, purple, modern. I like a modern theme. Show error message, yes. Use developer key, no. Here's cosmetics, commands, WIP, notifications, miscellaneous. Got these guys on. Scale with rarity, experimentation, rarity colors, dwarven mines, show mind map, event, puzzle solver, puzzle timer, edit mine waypoints, show area waypoints. It's got loads of stuff on it, but I already use a lot of stuff from other mods anyway. Crystal Hollows, show map, that's the map I use. Show Gentleman's Chambers, show hollow waypoints. This is really good. I don't know if it's this or Skyhanni that you like will grab waypoints, or Skytills. It's really good. One of them's really good for that. So like if you go into a lobby, and someone else has found that waypoint and put it in chat, like you'll be able to grab it. I think it's Skytills, I'm not too sure. I can't remember. All of them kind of blur together, if I'm being honest. But I'm just going through so you can see what are ticked, so you can go from there. And obviously if you see any that you want to put on yourself, do it. Okay, that's all of that. Then we've got trackers. Pretty much nothing's on because I don't do much tracker stuff through this. I think literally everything is off in trackers. Then we have pets. Obviously we have the colors. Show selected pet, I mean that's going to be on anyway. Active pet, use icon, use pet text display, show pet XP, show percent needed. Those are the only things that are on. Dungeons include profit, display master souls, show door open, display mimic status, copy fails, player deaths, that sort of thing. Dungeon puzzle solver, blame solver, show next blaze, riddle, so like all the solvers are on pretty much. Not terminal, not middle click. Simon Says is off, all that stuff. And then quality of life stuff, show cookie timer, kind of needed if I'm being honest. I could do stuff like show selected arrow down there, but I'm not too, like, for me personally, that's not stuff that I need. Again, I don't have everything on. You guys might find that you want to show your trapper hides, but I don't personally want to, so it's down to personal preference. A lot of this stuff is off. Community goals, cultivating count is on, chat filters, bottom 3 custom wardrobe menu and things like that is on, is really good. So basically when I go into my wardrobe, this is what it looks like instead of this. Now I can go to this if I want to edit them. I can't edit them through this, but I can only select them through this. Really cool. I think it shows a really unique way of doing it, and it will obviously go off my texture pack. This is a First Sky Reborn overlay texture pack, which is really cool. And you can just go through here anyway and change it. So I kind of like it. It's really, really cool. Other stuff that SBE can do, I can do like net worth, and it will get my net worth. There's a few other stuff. There's a few other commands. I can't remember all of them. Net worth's pretty much the main thing I do. But yeah, there's loads of commands that you can do through it. Have a look, Google it, that sort of stuff. The next mod is Skyhanni. So SH for Skyhanni. This is I need to download this update, so I'll do that in a second. But this is pretty much the farming go-to mod. This is the best mod I've used for farming, hands down. GUI locations, you can edit them. You can only edit the GUI locations when you can actually see the thing, but there's so many things on this that you can do. As I said, the main things that I do use are garden. There's so many things here. I'm not going to go through everything just because it's going to take ages, but things like garden level is off, farming lanes off, custom keybinds are on. So basically when I'm holding a tool, it will change the buttons I use to farm and stuff like that. So I don't have to go through and change the keybinds myself. Numbers are on, sky marks on, visitors, crop milestones, progress display, stuff like that is on. So it will show my crop milestones. It will show the optimal speed based on what I put in the boots. Composter overlay is on, pest finder, things like that. Those things are on. Crimson Isle is off. The Rift I don't really use. Fishing I don't really use. Mining I don't really use too much of this. Powder track is okay, but that's pretty much it. Mineshaft, profit per corpse is pretty good. It's got a lot of the V3 stuff on here, which I've been delving into a little bit, so that's pretty cool. Combat, it's got a few things like damage counter, ghost counter, which is good, which I use. Slayers is good. Enderman, stuff like that. It's a really, really good mod, to be fair. Skyblock guide, it's got highlights and stuff. Auction house, bazaar. There's a lot of things here. Again, guys, you can just download all of this stuff without me having to go through too much of it. I'm just trying to show you guys stuff that I use. Skill progress is a big one. I use the overflow skill. Essentially, if I get a farming tool for you guys, and I have it, if you look around here on my screen and I farm this, as I get XP, it will show my overflow skill plus how much XP I just got. Inventory traffic from the Apec as well is pretty cool. So inventory traffic, that, and my overflow XP is 66. So I use the overflow XP simply because eventually everything's going to be max level, right? So that is good to keep a rough idea of how much overflow XP I've got. So it keeps the level of roughly where I am. And these are all the settings I use for that. So go through all of these and copy those for that. Chat, you can peek chat holding Z, so I don't have to hold chat open. I can just hold Z and I can still move around and do stuff, which is pretty good. Misc stuff, like it has a pet display, but I don't use it. Minions name display is pretty good. You can have tiers and stuff like that as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. The main thing I use Skyhanni for is the farming stuff, a little bit of money V3, and the skill stuff, which is pretty cool. The next mod is Sky Tills, and this is the last mod on the list. Now this mod is awesome. You can do things like waypoints. You can't see any of the categories right now because I'm not in areas. Hold on. So if I'm in the area and click waypoints, it will give me waypoints, which is pretty cool. And I can just click this, save and exit, and then look, it shows me where these things are. Now these are waypoints I myself have gotten. So basically what I do is edit waypoint. I can do new category or new waypoint in that category, and it takes coordinates of where you are stood. You name it, and save and exit. That's pretty much it. And what's cool is you can turn it off if you don't want it, save and exit, and then they go off. And they only show up if you're in that area. So if I go to the Crystal Hollows and go to waypoints, I'll have a Ruby Ray route and a Topaz route, which are ones I've saved myself just from mining. If I find loads of Ruby and Topaz in those areas, then they're there, because like gemstones will stay in the same place, which is pretty cool. Other things like notifications are really cool. So if something happens in chat, you can tell it to pop something up on screen. So if I'm Scather mining, every time you get a worm or a Scather, or say this in chat. So I copied and pasted this. I then had it say worm behind on the screen behind me for 35. I think that's ticks. And then that's it. That's pretty much. So there you go. I can type pet drop in chat and it will say pet drop on the screen. It's just so that if because I'm someone who's not like crazy focused on chat, having one or two of those commands like to scream at me on the screen are really, really good and beneficial. Now going into the config, here are the general stuff that we have, and I'm going to just slowly scroll down all of these things, and you guys can just turn on and off the ones that you want if you want to copy me specifically. In dungeons, I don't have much on. I have red screen fix, box starred mobs, those three there, show bat hitboxes, terracotta respawn time, high dying mobs, solvers plays, show next plays. I still get that wrong, by the way. These few here, these ones as well, coming down. These ones, if you ever need to, just pause the video and click on one yourself. Events, farming, Kudra, mining, show Crystal Hollows map, but I use these SPE map now anyway, so I don't really need that. Special places is good. It will show you on the map where those things are, but I use the actual waypoints as it is. So this is what I was on about earlier. I didn't know if it was through this or for another thing. I think there is another mod, like I think it's Skyhanni, that will actually grab things from previous, like if someone else has just found it, it might be SPE or Skyhanni, I can't remember, but if someone else has just found it, it will tell you as well, which is pretty cool. But these will, if someone puts coordinates in chat, it will tell you, and you can add it to your screen, which is cool. Miscellaneous item rarity is basically the stuff that I have behind here. So as you can see, it has like a blue background, a yellow background, a blue background, or a light blue background, dark blue, like all that stuff. That is item rarity. Held item scale, drop item size, everything else is off. NPC sell price, everything else is pretty much off on the miscellaneous, which is cool. Pets, I have nothing on. Slayer, we have use hits to detect Slayer, show Slayer display, show time to kill. Yep, that's pretty much it. Sounds, nothing on. And spam, it's pretty much all on normal, I think. Yeah, looks that way. That is pretty much that. I'm trying to think of anything else, any commands and any mods that I have. Editing locations is where you like do anything like that. This is the mod that shows me what day it is, how much ping I have. This is like when I use my MP and stuff like that, it will tell me here. So yeah, there's a lot of mods that I have and a lot of things. Again, I know I keep saying it, but you can literally just copy my config files from the Discord and go from there. I'll leave a link directly to the Discord is in the description down below, guys. So go to there, go to the mod pack and textures page after you've like all in and given yourself chat privileges and stuff, and then go through and just give yourself all this stuff. Everything will be in the Discord. And as far as I'm aware, that is pretty much everything. If I've missed something out, or if I've not shown something properly, I do apologize. Obviously with showing everything, sometimes you're gonna forget to show one or two things, so I do just simply apologize for that if that has happened, guys. I am sorry, but there's a lot of mods and there's a lot to get through when talking about it, so it's sort of easier. It's an easy mistake to make. I do apologize, and that is where we are gonna leave it. I will go and update everything in the Discord. As I said, we update it about once a month, or every time I have like a major change, and I'm due to update it. So when you get this video, it will be all done and updated. Do not you worry. And yeah, that is pretty much that. So thank you so much for watching this video, guys. I hope this helped those of you that need to know all the mods and configurations and things like that. And yeah, so thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for watching. I hope you have a great rest of your day, guys. If you are new around here, make sure you hit the subscribe button, like, come check me out on Twitch and all that stuff. Watch me stream on TikTok and everything like that. All links are down below in the description. If you haven't already, make sure you check out these videos here.